Welcome to my brand new video about my Nintendo GameCube collection. Shout out to you, whoever you are, that actually suggested this when I delivered my Super Nintendo collection video last week, and it dawned on me recently when I made a purchase of buying somebody's entire retro game collection. In that collection, I think there were more GameCube games than anything else, which for me was fantastic because it really meant that I could boost my GameCube collection without having to look that far. So I actually thought, this is a good idea. I should really do this. I should showcase my GameCube collection. But in doing so, I found two doubles that I'm going to be giving away. It is a little giveaway, so it's nothing crazy. And one of them is an amazing game, actually. So I hope you guys enter this. I'm going to be giving away Resident Evil 4 and Terminator 3, The Redemption. So these again were accidental doubles that I had in my collection. Clearly this is the stronger title than this. But if you would like them, if maybe you don't have them in your collection, or maybe you just want to trade them, if you just get them and go and trade them at your local GameStop or CEX, I want you to share this video using this hashtag Team24, share it on your social media. Twitter, it's easy because I can search the hashtag. If you've not got Twitter and you're on Facebook, share it to your personal Facebook, take a screenshot and then just pop us a message proving that you've done it over on the Gebs24 Facebook group. So if you want these games for your own collection or to trade, just share this video and together we can spread some Nintendo love. So I've picked out some prominent GameCube titles for me. Then I'm going to branch out. We're going to take a look at what's on the shelves. So you will see everything today. Now, prominence, I say the majority of these are AAA first party games. Okay, we've just spoke about one of them, Resident Evil 4. What an absolute masterpiece this is. I admittedly don't prefer it on the GameCube. I actually like it the most on the Nintendo Wii, but I've played it on all platforms and it holds up really, really well on the Nintendo GameCube. I have completed it on stream. Of course, we know it was remastered for the PlayStation 4, and I kind of like started it years ago. And then just by chance one Saturday, I was like, I want to play Resident Evil 4. And I think I was about halfway through on my save file. We jumped straight back in and it took me another 2 streams at that one and then one after to complete Resident Evil 4. So it's great because it really did take the franchise in a completely different direction, away from the traditional kind of like bald-headed zombies and creepy mansions to a more kind of antique looking aesthetic in the enemies and the grand castle and the farmyard. You know, it really wasn't something I was expecting, especially coming off the back of Resident Evil 3. And I love this because it's even got an old game station receipt in from when somebody bought it. That right there is nostalgia in itself. We went, oh wow, remember that? Who at my UK crew remember that artwork? So yes, Resident Evil 4 is the first game out of my prominent selection. And don't forget this, which actually one down there is going to be part of the giveaway if you want to enter it. Next up then, this one is a little bit of a conflict for me because it's the worst, in my opinion, the worst Zelda game for me, but I can't imagine the Nintendo GameCube without talking about Wind Waker. Okay, so we have the special edition here, and what that includes, we have the Master Quest, Ocarina of Time Master Quest, and Ocarina of Time actually kind of lodged in with that there as well. So I didn't like the cell shading on this, but I do think that Wind Waker as a story has loads of charm and it's very captivating. And I was a bit of a backseat gamer for this one. I watched my friend complete Wind Waker pretty much on launch actually. His name was Andrew. I don't have anything to do with him anymore. He was a friend from university. And it was because of him that I started to get introduced to the GameCube, because around 2004 time, 2002, 2003, like 2001 to 2004, I didn't really do much gaming. I was what I would call like a backseat gamer. I'd go around to my friend's house and like, oh, you're playing this, this, this and this. And this was one of those games. And as much as I don't ever crave playing Wind Waker, there's no doubt in my mind, objectively, that this is a fantastic piece on the GameCube, and definitely one that holds its value. If you are a collector, you can probably expect to pay between 20 and 30 quid for this in this state. So just be mindful of that if you're after a copy of Wind Waker. It is time for our green plumber to take centre stage in Luigi's Mansion. What an absolute little charm of a game Luigi's Mansion was back in the day, and obviously now we're into the Luigi's Mansion 2 realm on the Nintendo Switch. But I actually loved the fact, and I still do love the fact, that Luigi is the main protagonist here in a creepy mansion with booze flying around and, you know, bosses and just collecting random things, solving puzzles. Definitely a sidestep from the traditional Mario game that we all grew up with in the 80s and the 90s, of course the classic 2D side-scrollers. Little spin-off in which Luigi is just an absolute king, and it's just a ton of fun to play. And this is actually Jess's one of her favourite GameCube games. So she does actually like to play this, so that's super cool. And I've just liked the artwork, it's just so freaking iconic as well. Luigi won a mansion. Absolutely wicked, absolutely mint. And this is complete, of course, as you guys can see. Nice little game in the collection. I want to talk about this one next, okay? We're going to go for some Twilight Princess on the GameCube, of course. Now, I first played through this in 2007. It would have been kind of coming into the autumn winter phase of 2007. Bought it on Amazon for £32. Was incredibly excited about this, as I just started to get back into gaming. I think shortly after I got a PS3 for the very first time as well. And it was what kind of stood out for me was just being able to like morph into Link, and then, you know, into like the wolf. And as much as I didn't quite think Medina had a patch on Navi, she was quite useful in being able to navigate the world, and it just looks so beautiful and so gorgeous. And if you were to buy Twilight Princess on the GameCube, you're going to be looking in the region of like 30 odd 40 quid sometimes. So my advice to you is, if you want a cheap version of this, maybe consider getting it on the Nintendo Wii or possibly on the Nintendo Wii U. This is definitely the most expensive iteration. But it's the first iteration of this game, and it's the one that's dearest to my heart. That's why it's in my little special GameCube pile before I show you other stuff. What would a Nintendo platform be without a Mario Kart game? And Double Dash is up there in some of the greats. Now, this differs completely compared to other Mario Karts, as it is a dual racing kart. So you pick one player that drives, and then your secondary player that can throw the shell or the banana, or, you know, power up the mushroom. You can switch as well, so, you know, you get that little advantage, or maybe it's actually a disadvantage at times. But it really did push Mario Kart into a new level of, for me back then, just fun, you know, because again, we came off the back of the Nintendo 64, which is a great Mario Kart on the N64, by the way, fantastic. But when this came out, it was just like, I can still hear my friend Sivek laughing now as we kind of like cruising around on the TV screen, playing some Double Dash in his living room. So much fun, so much fun. I'm actually really hoping we get a new Mario Kart on the Nintendo Switch, like a brand new one, Mario Kart 10, X, whatever. That would definitely brighten up the year if we had that. But Nintendo keep things very close to their chest by way of what's coming up. So who knows? Would you like to see a new Mario Kart? I'm pretty sure most people would. Okay, we're moving on. This is a bit of a weird one. It's a bit of a mishmash. This is a B-Top Collector's Edition of The Legend of Zelda. Now, there's 4 games that came on this. There's The Legend of Zelda on the NES, We have the Legend of Zelda, the Adventure of Link Zelda 2, which again was a game that took the top-down premise and just completely abandoned it into a bit of a side scroller. It's not everybody's favourite, but there's definitely room in the classics kind of list for it to be on there. It's not my cup of tea. And then of course we have the Ocarina of Time and then Majora's Mask. So again, and the playable demo of Wind Waker. So just taking the graphics to the next level, you know, with a little bit of classic Zelda on the Nintendo GameCube. My copy, as you can see, is a little, it's seen better days. It has seen better days, but I've had this. This was in my original retro game collection, my original collection. This is OG. I've had this in my life, this exact one, for about 10 years, I think now, coming up 11. So, I love it. All right, we've just had the 35th anniversary of Mario. And on the Nintendo Switch release, there was Mario 64, there was Mario Galaxy, and there was Mario Sunshine. And you might be thinking, but you've said before, you don't even like Super Mario Sunshine, Gemma. I don't like 3D Mario games as much as 2D. If you give me a choice, here's a 2D Mario game, here's a 3D Mario game, I'm going to be picking 2D all the time. Better the devil you know for me, but I can appreciate the 3D, and I can definitely appreciate the beauty of a video game when I see one. Now, I don't like the gameplay of this game, but I like the richness of what it's offering me in its aesthetics. It looks stunning. And I think this shocked a lot of people when Nintendo announced it was going to be on the 35th anniversary Switch release. But, you know, yeah, it's a nice game, and I think that it deserved a place on the Nintendo Switch 2020 35th anniversary edition. So yeah, I want to know, what do you think about this? Because I don't think I've spoken or asked much about Super Mario Sunshine on my channel. I can't think of an episode where I've actually mentioned this much. It usually tends to be on my social media. So let me know what you guys think of Super Mario Sunshine in them lovely comment sections. Okay, well, I'm going to lift you up. We're going to take a look down here. We're going to take a look down here. We're going to take a look around the corner at the rest of the GameCube collection. Don't go anywhere, and don't forget about the giveaway. I mentioned it in the beginning. RE4, Terminator 3, little giveaway. I know. People say to me, why don't you give away a Switch? You know, don't have a Switch to give away. If I did, I'd give it away. So yeah, we'll take a look now, and then we'll come back and we'll conclude. So if we very carefully remove Sonic, it might be a bit darker over here. I do have the light on, but yeah, you can kind of see my GameCube collection just kind of wedged in here. Nothing major, bit of classicness from the Final Fantasy Chronicles. Got a little Harvest Moon hiding down there. Don't play much Harvest Moon. I really should get into it, you know. Really should get into it. Some Spyro, SSX Tricky. Oh my goodness. What an absolute belter. Also another expensive title, Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door. Got some Sonic Adventure 2, bit of Star Wars. There is the double of my Terminator. So that's why like I said, I'm kind of giving it away. I've got some Harry Potter. Just kind of coming up here, F-Zero GX as well. Another absolute blinder. Just ignore the Xbox original games. Obviously, my organisation leaves a little bit to be desired. And yeah, just kind of coming across again, bleeding into a few Sega Saturn games now. This little thing here, the Japanese, the freeloader enables you to play different region games on the GameCube. So that's just a nice little add-on. And I've got more to show you, so do not go anywhere. Okay, here we go. So we have the little shelf kind of down here. I'm just going to take you through. We've got games on the other side of this as well. You can kind of see the double road. So here we go. Pikmin is a classic. I have Super Mario Sunshine there as well. The reason I showed it here is because I've got the Platinum and I've got the kind of original version. So I do like to collect variants, like you've got your Mario Party 4 there, and as well as Luigi's Mansion. So a couple of variants. There were some rare titles that I managed to obtain in the full retro game collection that I picked up a couple of months back. That video is right here on my channel if you'd like to go and check it. Another Double Dash there as well. I think that is, yeah, we have 2 Double Dash. Oh my god! We could do another giveaway. That'll be in a future video. There we go. And then just like really lame sports titles, which I don't really have much care for in the slightest. Bit of Fireblade, Beach Bandits. Only paid £2 for that. That was from a car boot hunt that I did. So yeah, so not too bad so far. Haven't had a count up, but we're going to dive over to the other side of this now. Got the Amiga 600 there, and I'll show you what other GameCube games I've got. Excuse the wires. Oh, excuse the wires. So you guys can see, again, I've just seen another double. Wave Race Blue Storm. I have it over on the other side of my game room. And if there's anything you like, just timestamp it and let me know. Some decent stuff here. And I think this is where some of the rare stuff is. Somebody said that Zapper was a little bit obscure. Don't really know much about GameCube value other than the AAA stuff. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, oh my god, so freaking amazing. And then just kind of finishing off there, Tony Hawk's was actually a ton of fun on the good old GameCube. So that's what that part of the shelf looks like. And Libby's just jumped on. You're right, Lib. Libby, I love you. She's so cute. But we'll go back and we'll conclude now, guys. So Nintendo GameCube collection for 2020, that's it. Rate it, slate it, criticise me, but feel free to add additional games that I need. I know I do need the Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I used to own that. It's gone up in price and then it kind of plateaued, but it's kind of started to go up in price again. I've seen it for like £50 and upwards. So that might be one that comes into the collection as a prominent AAA GameCube title, but I'm pretty happy with what I've got so far. But thank you for watching this. I appreciate your time, and if you're still here, what I want you to do is also add this hashtag, which is going to be completely off the wall and random, onto the beginning of your comments. Then I know you've stayed and I'll know. Love you guys. Peace out. Catch you in the next one. See you soon.